Hello, hello, hello. This is DoctorBadvibes. We're going back to our roots again. We got airplane news with one of our... Actually, we haven't talked about American Airlines. Mainly been Delta. So let's see what American Airlines has been up to. American Airlines flight is forced to make an emergency landing after a passenger exposes himself and urinates in aisle. Flying is fun. An American Airlines jet was forced to make an emergency landing after an unruly passenger allegedly exposed himself before urinating down the aisle of a plane. So the perpetrator was a 25-year-old Oregon man who has not been named, and he was arrested after the plane diverted course from New Hampshire and returned back to Buffalo, New York on Wednesday. He was charged with indecent exposure and was released after appearing in a Buffalo federal court. Could he not make it to the bathroom? The passenger reportedly told police he had drank several whiskey and colas before boarding his flight. That's how these stories always start, huh? So American Airlines said after the lewd incident that the plane was able to restart its journey from Buffalo after the passenger was removed. We thank our team members for their professionalism and our customers for their understanding, the airline said in the statement. So according to the reported criminal complaint, the passenger said that he got up to use the jet's restroom when the issue occurred. He said he was returning to his seat when he suffered a medical urination problem. The travel chaos came as millions of Americans prepared to celebrate the 4th of July holiday, with up to 32 million jetting across the nation to be with family and loved ones throughout the week. The same day, a Delta Airlines plane was also forced to make an emergency landing after dozens of passengers were served spoiled food. Okay, so that's a link. We will be saving that one because that sounds horrific and I need to read it. Oh, is this just going to just totally go into that? Oh, okay, we're just totally in a new story now. All right, let's just keep going. So now we're talking about Delta. Apparently the pee story's over. We're in spoiled food territory now. No, that's the news. Some dude peed on a plane and they had to land it. It doesn't really go into any more detail. So his medical urination problem was apparently pulling his pants down and peeing in the aisle. I don't know what that emergency could have been. All right, so we've got a twofer here. So let's go to the Delta flight. So it was traveling from Detroit, Michigan to the Netherlands when it was diverted to a JFK airport early Wednesday morning after it was discovered that a portion of the in-flight meal service had been spoiled. So one seemingly frustrated passenger from the flight took to social media asking how the airline was going to get me to Amsterdam today after it had to divert because he served passengers contaminated food on the plane. Delta apologized for the inconvenience and delay. And medical crews were on site to meet the aircraft and treat any affected passengers and crew members. Delta teams will immediately work to gather information on how this incident occurred. This is not the service Delta is known for. This is the same airplane that had the poop blanket. And we sincerely apologize to our customers for the inconvenience and delay in their travels. And the airliner reportedly halted some meal options from its flights after the incident. So I guess that's all there was to that. They served some bad food and they realized they messed up. Hooray, holiday flying. Let's see if there's any more context here. Okay, here's a little bit more context to the spoiled food plane. I like that we started with a pee story and now we're talking about rotten food. What a windy road we have traveled. So it sounds like in terms of the meal, it was provided to 14 passengers and 10 flight crew, all who declined to receive medical attention. So it must not have been that big of a deal. Travelers were provided with hotel rooms and transportation and said that all will be rebooked to continue their destination. So it really doesn't say much else. We got a number of the people. So they were served spoiled food that didn't seem to affect anybody. And they were understandably annoyed that they don't get to make their trip to Amsterdam. I don't need hotel or food vouchers. I need to arrive to Amsterdam. It sounds like that's not what they got. Honestly, if it was just like, hey, you ate something old, do you want to go to the hospital or you want to continue your vacation? I'll pick the vacation, please.